Welcome back to Buff Entertainment. Today we're going to be talking about a special movie that I despise.
That I personally, I find enjoyable.
I find no enjoyment in it. I find it to be torturous. Anyway, before we get into that, we have to talk about our sponsor, Try Something New, a special show run by CBN about trying different electives. Make sure to check it out.
We needed the money. We needed the money.
Well, I took it because I didn't need the money personally. I already got a business venture going on, so...
Anyway, time to talk about the live-action Cat in the Hat movie with Mike Myers.
I hate that movie.
I personally like it. I don't. It's not like top 10 for me, but
it's a nonsensical rampage through basically Austin Powers in a cat suit.
Basically, if you were high while watching the movie, you could still understand it.
Whilst we don't condone the use of drugs, that is probably the best way to describe it.
It's a fever dream.
It's a confusing, convoluted mess that starts off very simplistic and then towards the end deals with a box that creates interdimensional weirdness. I use weird
Gravity Falls style.
Not even Gravity Falls. This is nowhere near Gravity Falls.
Wasn't there a toilet like literally on fire? Like just a random toilet on fire? And it was a roller coaster that led you to that toilet on fire.
Wow. Oh my, yeah. And the ride was
like a roller coaster from an amusement park.
But
like Universal Studios.
Oh my God, they plugged Universal Studios.
Yeah, they plugged Universal
Not
Studios.
to mention the roller coaster, the cart itself was the babysitter.
Oh yeah, Mrs. Kwan.
Yes, an incredibly stereotypical Asian stereotype. I can't. That's the only way to describe her. That is
I bet she hit the Kwan.
She was knocked out the entire movie.
She was there for like the opening, fell asleep, was used as like a ride, and then woke up for the ending.
There's a funny gag about her getting put in a closet on a coat hanger.
Yeah.
That was decently funny. I will be honest, despite the fact that the movie has no coherent structure.
It is pretty funny.
It really sucks. But yeah, I gotta agree with you.
It is
pretty funny. It is a very enjoyable.
It makes up for some of the stuff that it is lacking in just absolute badness with comedy. Not to where it's like a top 10 movie, but to where like it's like, okay, I can watch this, get out a few good laughs, or just watch it just for some of the jokes.
You know what's funny?
What?
The Cupcakeinator had more plot relevance than Kwan. I'm not kidding. That the purple goo that they made the cupcake.
Which also had a funny joke.
It did.
It did have some pretty funny jokes in that.
Like the house crapping out that one guy. I forget his name. The main villain. What is the guy's?
Oh, the boyfriend.
Yeah, I forget.
I don't remember his name.
He's a very common actor. I've heard him and seen him in so many different things.
Let me see.
Him just being this constant threat. I wouldn't even say a threat. I think he was just more of he was just there at the right time. Which, I'm going to be honest, I don't know why he was there. He really didn't add much.
Larry Quinn. That's who it was.
Quinn. Who played him?
Let's see. Who played Larry Quinn? Let's see.
Who took the role?
Cast. Mike Myers. Alec Baldwin. Yep, Alec Baldwin played Quinn.
No wonder it sounded like he was from Boss Baby. They had baby Alec Baldwin in that one.
Yeah.
Speaking of another movie that just absolutely sucks, Boss Baby. But that's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother topic. Didn't we already talk about that too?
The Boss Baby? No, we have not talked about the Boss Baby.
I thought we
mentioned the Boss Baby.
Yeah, we kind of ranted about it with DreamWorks and The Wild Robot.
Yeah, but the Boss Baby is a whole another beast.
Oh, yeah.
I just do not get. I don't get why that was made. Same with the Cat in the Hat live action movie. I don't know who greenlighted it. I don't know why the Sousa State
I think they saw the success of like the live action Grinch movie.
Okay, that had Tim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
It had Jim Carrey. Mike Myers was only ever known for Shrek
And Austin Powers.
And Austin Powers. Not a lot of people know. Everyone knows, like, Mr. Evil, you know.
Yeah, $1 million.
$1 million. I don't know the voice. But that was really all he was known for. And even then, Austin Powers is, like, a really niche, like, popular movie. Unlike Shrek, which is, like, everyone knows
everywhere.
Shrek.
Yeah, everybody knows what Shrek is.
If you don't know what Shrek is, you either...
live under a rock?
Or you've been a rock.
Or you're a fetus.
No, that too. Because everyone knows what Shrek is.
Yeah, everybody knows what Shrek is.
That is, like, probably the one thing everyone knows Mike Myers for. They don't know that it's Mike Myers who voices Shrek. They probably don't know who Mike Myers is as an actor, because a lot of people really don't care.
Yeah.
Because Mike Myers it's kind of a monster to work with.
Yeah,
actually.
he's not a good guy to work with.
Yeah, the children co-stars who apparently were just treated horribly by him. Like, you can't look at me when we're off set. If you do, I swear I'm going to do something. I'll get you fired.
Yeah, when you're a child actor, you have no childhood.
Yeah, and if you have to work with Mike Myers, let's just say that whatever you had left is gone.
Yep. Whatever childlike wonder you have left,
Mike Myers squashed it. Just like he squashed the ability for any other live-action Dr. Seuss remakes to be made, because the Cat in the Hat movie did so poorly, review-wise and monetarily, that they killed any chance of any future live-action adaptations of Dr. Seuss. The Seuss estate saw Mike Myers in a cat suit and said, nah, we're not letting this happen again. We're putting the kibosh on it.
Yeah, we're just ending it there.
And because of that, we got Illumination's Grinch. I hate that movie, too. That movie sucks. I do not like it.
It's all right. The only good part I see in it is that Tyler, the creator, like, did, like, the Grinch theme song.
Okay.
Which is crazy to think.
That remix is all right. But I don't think it warranted a whole new movie. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But there were some ads that were pretty funny. There was a pistachio ad where it was, like, my green salty nuts with the Grinch on it. that was pretty funny.
That one was very funny. It sucks the Cat in the Hat movie never had funny ass. That would have at least redeemed it.
Yeah. Besides
the occasional funny one-off joke, the movie's just really...
It's hard to follow.
It's like a Family Guy cutaway gag, with the entire episode just being nothing but cutaway gags for an entire hour.
Yeah, there are some stuff they kind of stick to, like they actually have like a main plot, I guess.
I wouldn't call it that, but if that's what you'd say, I guess.
Breaking up their mom's boyfriend or whatever.
I don't think they even did that on purpose. It's just after he came out of the house, covered in like purple goo, and then he just basically...
He took their dog.
Yeah, and then
so Conrad would have to go off to military school.
He would, which is like such a minor offense. Like the dog got out. That could have been anyone's fault. You're blaming I mean, to be fair, Conrad does a lot of stuff. Conrad is the kid, the boy.
Yeah.
From the Dr. Seuss book. They gave him the name Conrad. Whoever decided, let's name the kid Conrad and Sally instead of Nick and Sally. You know, like every other Seuss adaptation has ever done when they reference the cat. It's Nick and Sally. Yeah? No, it's actually Conrad and Sally. I would never name my child Conrad. That kid is the devil incarnate. I'm going to be honest.
I wouldn't name my kid Melvin. Unless I wanted them to be bullied.
Okay, no one names their kid Melvin unless they have the last name Schneebly. In that case, it's a Captain Underpants reference.
Yeah, exactly.
But Conrad, no one's making a reference to the cat that had... I can't get over that. That's the one movie I had access to as a child. It was that and Minions.
Oh yeah, you were messed up from the game was rigged from the start.
Truly, I do not like Minions. I despise that movie.
The 2016 Minions movie.
Yes, the one where they went to Britain.
Oh, that one. I mean, it was all right.
They made a Beatles reference.
I mean, well, they went to England, so like in the 60s.
I guess, but also improved. It also like Gru's like a 10-year-old child in the 60s.
Yeah. So
in the 2000s, he's like, what, 50, 60?
About 40. Wait a minute, he's 10 years old in the 60s.
Because that's like...
So yeah, about 50.
Yeah, because the Beatles were in the 60s.
So currently Gru is 74.
Oh my... He is old. He's so old. He doesn't look...
And he's still getting it.
Don't put it like that.
How do you think Grunier was made?
Don't imply such things I don't want to know the answer to. I do not like the new Despicable movies because they suck.
Oh yeah, I watched it because one of my friends wanted to like watch it with me. And I was like, okay.
The only good aspect about the recent Despicable Me movies have been that the villains were good.
Yet they don't use them.
Yeah, Balthazar.
Great villain.
He only comes in at the beginning, does some like mild shenanigans in the middle, and is sort of he's tied to the plot stronger than the new guy.
Yeah.
From Despicable Me 4. I don't even know the villain's
Because-
name for Despicable Me 4.
Because Despicable Me 3, he sets up the plot, then he's like in the middle.
Doing stuff related to the plot.
Yeah, doing stuff related to
And
the
then
plot, but he
Gru-
doesn't really do much because he just has like other things.
Yeah, and Gru sort of like. What I'm saying is, Balthazar had more plot relevance than the guy from Despicable Me 4. I don't even know the guys from Despicable Me 4.
Oh yeah, it was yeah, I don't even remember.
Yeah, that's the thing. Despicable Me has always had memorable villains. Like
Yeah, even
there's-
Balthazar Brat, who Vector, El Macho,
Dude, everyone knows El Macho. Everyone knows El Macho. Who wrote
or Vector.
everyone knows Vector.
Oh yeah,
Creating
Vector.
crimes with both direction and,
and magnitude.
Oh yeah. Okay, I love Vector, but I
Yeah.
love El Macho. His fake death was so funny. He rode a shark covered in TNT, shirtless, into a volcano.
Okay, here it is. It's Maxine Lamal. That's the villain for Despicable Me 4. Maxine Lamal.
Minions had more. The Minions movie with Scarlet Overkill had a more memorable villain than Maxine.
And also,
Lamal.
they actually have like good reasons to be evil, rather than Maxine Lamal, which was like, Gru, he stole my act in a talent show.
When we were like 12 in the 60s.
Yeah.
I'm so mad about this one thing that happened nearly 50, 60 years ago. Like,
Yeah,
what?
but Vector, he doesn't really have a reason.
His reason is that his dad's the leader.
He's a banker.
He's the evil banker.
Yeah. El Macho just he was kind of like a retired villain trying to make a comeback.
Yep.
Um,
His new plot was world domination.
I think Brett had like the best reason. Like he was a popular child star.
And then he aged out of being a child.
And then he aged out of being a child star, and he just stayed in that mindset.
And he got shafted. That was like his
Yeah.
reasoning for being a villain. Really cool reasoning. Sucks. It was in the same Despicable Me movie where there was a side plot of the Minions going to prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like the Cat in the Hat movie with the things. How they just sort of shoot them in the last like third quarter.
Well, no, they were in the first half because when he opened the box, they came out and they barely did anything.
Well, the box didn't really have any effect until like later. And
Yeah.
the one thing they did that the things did when they were plot relevant was pull over the car and pretend to be police officers. And then one of them made a notepad and started show. It was a really weird scene.
Yeah.
It was very weird. And like, I just imagine yourself in the car getting pulled over by the things, and that thing happens where they start doing the Heimlich and choking and freaking out. It's like, oh wow, that's weird. That is so very, very weird. Why? What is going on? Is this what my tax stars are going to? That is crazy.
But there was one funny scene in the movie where it was they were driving, and I think it was the fish, which is named Fish, said, "You better let somebody else drive to the cat." It was like, "All right, fine, you win." Shifts the steering wheel over to Conrad.
And then Sally says, I want to
You
drive.
drive.
And then he says, fine, we'll all drive. And then he gives all of them a steering wheel. 3 steering wheels controlling one car. Do you know how bad that went? They ended up crashing.
Well, first off, how does that work? How does it? Well, it's a Cat in the Hat movie, so literally anything works. But like realistically,
there was a nightclub in a mailbox.
Yeah. I am aware. But realistically, you would have to shift like the whole steering column over.
Also, do you remember that plotline in the nightclub where the cat lost his hat, picked up a random hat that wasn't magic, and basically was like, yeah, guys, listen, I don't have my magic hat, so we're kind of screwed. And then it was revealed later that, nope,
That was a hat.
any hat's magic, just have magic hats. And then basically Conrad said, like, you had a magic hat this whole time that could have solved all our issues. Yet you just didn't use it? No duh, that this was a bad idea. No, duh, the house got totaled. You should have seen the house after it got totaled. It was crazy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the second floor was in the first floor. The first was in the second somehow. I'm pretty sure the dining room ended up somewhere in space.
The bathroom, the toilet was on fire.
I don't know how you do that. How do you set porcelain and water alight? I don't get it. I do not like
And
this
it shot a big column of flames, too.
Did you replace the water with gasoline? I do not like this movie at all. I do not like the kind of... I'm glad it killed any live-action chances. Any Dr. Seuss live-actions from being made. The only good one was the Jim Carrey one. And even that, most people don't seem to like it. They seem to agree that it was mid. I think it was a good adaptation.
I think it was the best Grinch adaptation.
Objectively. The 23 TV special, that's a classic.
It's a classic. It's good. It's nice and short.
It just does not compete to Jim Carrey's Grinch.
Oh,
Jim Carrey's Grinch is truly the peak adaptation of Grinch.
It's the peak Grinchage.
He's the Grinch.
Jim Carrey can play anything that like requires like any facial expression, because that man can just control every muscle in his body. I swear.
He also did a really good job in the series of Unfortunate Events movies.
Mm-hmm.
What's the evil guy's name? Yeah.
I don't remember. All I remember was like the duck was like voiced by like someone. Forgot who.
There's a duck in Lemony Snicket's?
Wait a minute, isn't it the series of Fortunate Events?
Series of Unfortunate Events. Not the TV show, but like the movie. The Netflix TV show was alright. The actors did a good job with what they're given, especially the main bad guy, since, he's trying to live up to Jim Carrey. That's a big shoes to fill. But yeah, no, I did not like the cat.
Yeah, in the 2004, there was a duck. And it was voiced by Gilbert Godfrey. Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah, the movie.
The movie had a duck voiced by Gilbert Godfrey. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, I have not seen this movie. Oh my God, you're right. You're so right.
Because I saw just this video where it was just detailing like some of the more popular roles of Gilbert Godfrey. And then I saw the duck. And then once you brought that up, I was like, wait. I think I saw that before.
You know what's funny?
What?
Cat in the Hat is in my mind for all the wrong reasons. It is not going to leave it. But A Series of Unfortunate Events is in my mind because of the train scene. Where the evil guy locked the 3 kids in a car. The baby, the teenager, and the other teenager in a car. On a train track. And a train was coming. And they almost died. That guy was so evil for no reason.
He was cartoony evil.
Which Jim Carrey fit the role perfectly. It was
great. Jim Carrey.
And then when he did the disguise stuff where he was pretending to be all these different people, oh my God, when that twist was revealed, I was like, oh, no way. It was such a cool twist. That movie was so good. I'm glad it got a TV show, because the TV show, whilst not being related to the movie, is still a good TV show. But the movie's just so good. I love that movie.
We can review that. I just need to watch it.
Same. But anyway, yeah. So the main takeaway, the Cat in the Hat movie, it's got some good jokes. But
it's bad.
Yeah, it's not something you should spend.
Yeah, it's not something you should spend your time watching.
You could just.
But if you want to have if you want background noise, you can play it. Maybe laugh at a few jokes.
No, get a podcast. Literally.
Like this one.
Yeah, absolutely, like this podcast, the Buff Time podcast.
Buff Entertainment.
Yep.
But yeah, final verdict: movie bad. But funny.
Google the jokes on YouTube.
Just Google the jokes on YouTube. And there's like one scene that was actually like memed on.
Oh yeah, the lawyer scene.
The contract, yeah.
That was
just look up Something Magical and Full of Wonder on YouTube. That's the name of it. Something Magical and Full of Wonder.
A contract. Anyway, that's about all the time we have for today. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.
Yep. Bye.